Hello everyone and welcome to Triangle Strategy. I'm SlayerMathis and this is going to be a very different series from the normal. Mainly in the fact that it will have very few episodes that are adhering to that 20-minute mark I strive for. Since this is a very large-scale tactical RPG, single encounters will take half hour, 40 minutes, an hour, maybe even more. Who knows? Another reason that this is also a little bit different, well, actually a few reasons. One, this is the newest game that I will be playing probably ever, as in, like, most recent to release, is how I should word that. And also, in addition, this is a game that is very focused around New Game Plus. So I will be doing multiple playthroughs of this, and kind of just this first playthrough will be doing things as I see fit. I will want to show off literally everything that is possible in the game, and that will take quite a while to do. But this game has not been out for very long. I'll say that right now, but I have enjoyed it tremendously. That said, it's also a very difficult game, and I will be doing a lot of off-screen grinding. I will just say that now. But I think, without further ado, let me actually just check that I got everything how I want it to be. I think the default settings are what I've been doing, yeah. But, let's begin. Now, for now, I will be doing hard. I may change it down to normal at a later point. Because, as I said, this is a very difficult game. There are some very brutally hard missions. But, for now, we're gonna do hard mode.
On the faraway continent of Norzelia, three mighty powers reigned. The Kingdom of Glenbrook, through which runs the mighty Norzelia River, bringing flourishing trade. The Grand Duchy of Esfrost, a land of ice and snow beneath which slumbers rich veins of iron. And in the desert, the holy state of Hyzant, home to the lake from which is harvested the salt essential to life. With each nation controlling one vital resource, conflict between these three powers was all too common. Minor disputes and skirmishes gave rise to fierce battles, and before long, the realm was engulfed in a bloody conflict that would rage on for years. Many died in what came to be known as the Salt Iron War. Brought to their limits and facing their mutual demise, the three powers at last negotiated a truce. The Norzelia Consortium is formed, a neutral organization that oversees fair trade of iron and salt. Finally, peace came to the realm. 30 years pass. Now, a new bond is set to be formed between the Grand Duchy of Esfrost and House Wolffort of Glenbrook, whose power in the kingdom is second only to that of the royal family itself.
Lord Serenoa? Good morning.
Congratulations, my lord. The future of Wolffort is looking brighter than ever.
Today's the day, is it not? We're all ready for the big moment. Thank you, everyone.
Young Master, Lord Serenoa. So, you were here after all.
Ah, Benedict. It would seem word has reached the people already.
You can thank Eridor for that. He couldn't refrain from blabbing the news to anyone who would listen. I'll have a talk with him after.
This is a momentous day, not merely for our domain, but for all of Glenbrook. I do not think it possible to keep it a secret.
This is well and true, my lord, but you must consider your betrothed's lineage.
I'm well aware of the situation, Benedict. I cannot say for sure what repercussions this may have. What I do know is that the people rejoice for us and harbor hope for the future. As the future Lord of House Wolford, I must rise to the occasion.
Fine resolve, my lord. As House Steward, I will do all in my power to assist.
Thank you, Benedict. It is heartening to have the support of my father's right-hand man.
Shall we head to the port then, my lord?
So soon? I had thought we would have more time.
The river's waters have risen with the heavy rainfall earlier this week. And given the wind, I think it likely that Esfrost's ship will arrive ahead of schedule.
You never cease to amaze. Very well then, let us be on our way.
And, well, our first little bit of action is the map. We can see what everything looks like. So this is a spiritual successor to Octopath Traveler. And I have considered doing that I will eventually do it as Let's Play, but I considered putting it in this slot for now, but I've just been enjoying Triangle Strategy so much, and might as well take advantage of the recency. But we can see all of the realms here, how we got the Glenbrook, how we got Hyzant, and how we got Esfrost. In addition, we can also see our roster, see how there's some beautiful little artwork with Serenoa and Benedict. We'll get to more of this stuff later, but I think right now, might as well head into the Wolford Harbor. And as Frosty Worship arrives at Wolford Harbor, where a woman with rose-colored hair and her attendant disembark.
I thank you for the escort. You are free to go.
Lady Frederica, there is no one here to receive you.
He will be along shortly, no doubt. If I have heard true, he is not the type to keep a lady waiting.
By your leave, then. We wish you everlasting happiness, my lady.
Thank you. I shall work hard, both for my new home and for my motherland. Please let brother, the Archduke, know that.
As you command, my lady. We leave the rest to you, Gila.
I shan't let you down. Phew, Glenbrook at last. Finally, we can take a moment of respite from our long journey. That said, it would seem we've arrived ahead of schedule.
I much prefer it to being late. This is a momentous day for Esfrost, and for the entire realm. We cannot afford to make a bad first impression.
I agree, which is why we cannot have you looking so tense. Why don't we go for a bit of a stroll?
A fine idea. After all, this may be the last time in a while that I am free to do as I please. Most are not inclined to grant liberty to one of Rosellan heritage, such as me.
You brought that pendant with you?
Of course. It is the only memento I have of my mother.
Thank you kindly, little lady. Letting a whole boatload of guards go back home was a stroke of genius. We heard tell you'd be here, and we wanted to be the ones to welcome you.
The winds of fortune are blowing today, aren't they, Pa?
Brigands!
Stand back, Frederica. I shan't let them have you.
Whenever there is a battle, there will be that little animation, as well as this with a recommended level. Recommended level that mainly determines your experience gain. I'll get into more detail later. Probably should have read that too, but oh well, too late now.
What do you intend to do with us?
Make you our little hostages is all. And wring every last coin out of the duchy and House Wolford.
What's with that pink hair, though? Ya Rosellan? And that lady looks like she's from Hyzant. Did we go after the wrong boat?
Impossible! The ship was full of Esfrosti soldiers.
Enough! I am without a doubt.
Have you bandits no shame? Attacking two innocent women?
And just who in the hell are you?
One of the big things with this game is conviction. Honestly, it doesn't really matter too much in terms of what you do. Like, the story progresses regardless of your conviction, but basically there are 3 different options, and they will increase your, I think it's unity, morality, and liberty. I think that's what it is. So we can choose one of these. This will affect some things, but it's, again, not too major. Let's go with that.
Who are you exactly? A band of common brigands from the looks of it.
Got you curious, huh? You can call me Trevor. Leader of the fiercest band of brigands this realm's ever seen.
And I'm his daughter, Trish. We've 100 men at our beck and call. You'd be wise to surrender while you have the chance.
A bluff, to be sure. I doubt the man would lead his own daughter into battle if he truly commanded such an army.
Most astute, my lord. This is doubtless the extent of their mighty band.
Enough of your whispering. Now tell us who you are, you bloody cowards.
Only a fool would reveal such precious knowledge to his foe.
Hey! Who you calling a fool? Enough of this! You'll regret ruining our plans!
To arms, my lord.
Stand back, the both of you.
No, we fight together. I brought this upon us through my indiscretion. Pray allow me to help.
My lady.
I am a teacher of the arcane arts, and Frederica is a most apt pupil.
I can assure you we shan't be a burden.
Then I ask for your support from the back lines.
And you shall have it.
Why didn't you tell me you were having such fun? I would have joined you sooner. What are you doing here? Let us talk later. Now, I believe we have some lawless ruffians to round.
Let's start getting to all of our characters. Benedict is your main buffer. He will usually, well, buff things. He's pretty good at it. Frederica is your most powerful mage. She can use pretty strong magic to attack from a distance and attack a wide area. Gila is your main healer. She's really good at healing. Who'd have thunk? As for the others, Serenella is one of your main damage dealers. He is, I believe, well, he's one of the best units. I mean, it makes sense. He's kind of your main character. And the blonde, blue-eyed man, who I will struggle to not say his actual name because we haven't been revealed to that yet in story.
I hope you adults are ready to learn a hard lesson. You'll need more than numbers to beat us.
Their confidence is admirable, at least. Orders, my lord?
Give them no quarter. We cannot allow brigands to have the run of Wolford.
Just who are these people anyway?
Now, Benedict.
A lot of this game is based off of positioning, and we'll see that in spades coming up.
Think you got what it takes to best my family? Ha! Fools, the lot of you. Hope you're ready.
Right away, Travis is gonna move. He's a little bit.
Fight, man. Distinguish yourself in battle, and you receive your due reward.
So from the start,
we take kindly to thievery here in Wolford. You will pay for your crimes. Forward.
Okay, now we can actually move. So we can always see a couple of things. First, those red lines are talking about who can attack us. And who can attack us is, well, if anyone can attack us, it'll be shown by these pink tiles. Blue tiles means that no one can attack us. That is a safe zone. Right now we have a longsword. We have two options. Longsword is your basic attack, and delaying strike costs 1 TP. TP will recover at a rate of 1 per turn. So it's usually fine to. Well, actually, it's not 100% certain how it works. You can eventually run out of TP, but it does recover fairly quickly. You might just have to take a few turns. Delaying strike is basically our autumn leaf slap. Why can't I cut? Autumn cutter? Autumn leaf cutter, whatever. And after any time that you do, well, anything, you'll have the option to position yourself. This is actually very important. Getting attacked from behind will be an automatic critical hit, doing a decent bit more damage. So you want to try to make it so that they can't.
You think you're all high and mighty, huh? Well, we'll show you we're no slouches ourselves. We're just trying to make a living here.
Trish over there has a bow.
Our land has no place for those who disregard the law. There is no mercy on the battle.
Another thing that's actually very important is you don't want to be surrounded. Being basically pincered in, so if an enemy were to go here and attack Serenella, then this guy would also get an attack. It's a little bit less power, but still, something to keep in mind.
I have your back.
Let's use Raging Beast to buff up Serenella's strength.
My turn.
Blonde, blue-eyed man has a little bit of a unique thing about him. That he uses a lance, which means he actually has a default range of 2. Which is pretty nice, and it will attack everyone in that range. It also has double thrust, doing quite a bit more. In addition, because we have the high ground right here, we will do a little bit more damage.
You don't stand a chance.
We use double thrust, do 18 damage, not bad.
Shall we make it a contest, my friend? Let us see who brings down more of these ruffians.
I think not. Whatever would I tell your father if harm were to befall you?
These are no ordinary men.
So you're still going to do a little bit of damage because, well, you're attacking us. And a big thing is we want to get behind.
Let us remain calm and clear-headed. That is our surest path to victory. Cool heads shall prevail.
Indeed they shall.
Be at ease.
Gila will just have, Gila, sorry, I'm gonna say Gila so many times.
We must defend ourselves from this danger that threatens us. I will end this.
So, as we see, most of the time you kind of only have a range of 1. You are very limited on your range. However, Frederica has Scorch, which does quite a bit of damage, as well as attacking in a nice cross shape. There is no friendly fire, by the way.
Heed my call.
You will not attack your own units with attacks.
You're an open book.
They're going to keep on moving along. And yeah, you can already see how this is going to be a very different series in terms of pacing, because we are already past the 20-minute mark, and we are nowhere near this mission being done.
Forward.
So, this is kind of the ideal setup. You want to be behind someone and pincering them. Because not only will we get that, but really, Benedict? Come on.
For victory.
Disappointed in you.
Take that.
Supposed to hit there, Benedict.
Take that.
I shall try my level.
Alright, well, at least we can take out one of them.
Your defense is weak.
As long as Saranoa hits. Thank you, Saranoa. And they will drop a little bag here. These are spoils. Sometimes when enemies are defeated, they will drop things, and they have a bunch of different effects. There is a certain way to tell what gives what, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. That is something that we don't want to get into. Also, by the way, there is no permadeath. So, this is a lot of times seen as a little bit similar to Fire Emblem. That is one thing that is, well, differing from Fire Emblem. The lack of permadeath.
Be at ease.
I'm gonna have Gila go back and heal up Frederica.
Let me show you what I've learned.
And that'll do quite a bit of damage, and also kill that rogue. Yeah, let's do that.
2 ashes. What?
There you go. 1, and yeah, I think we're good there. Okay, going after Benedict to get the nice little pincer technique follow-up. Backward toss, and now Saranoa's moved, which is not great. Not great at all.
You don't stand a chance. Yes.
Another thing is that you'll always have basically 2 sets of actions. You'll have a move and an action, I guess what I'll call it. You can do those in any order. So if you attack first and then move, well, you can do that. It's not like Fire Emblem where you just have those in general, and you could just lose an attack like that. And there goes him.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Oh well.
May I?
Just to show off how we can do that movement, let's go like so.
Cool heads.
Yeah, I just realized that Saranoa's probably in a bad position. In terms of his, well, positioning.
Be at ease.
Let's have Gila heal up Benedict. That'll be nice. And we are currently not enough TP in order to use Scorch. So we'll just kind of have to bonk him. Frederica, not good at the whole bonking thing.
My turn.
And that's a lot of damage to Saranoa. I'm actually going to use a healing item.
I need this.
HP Recover Pellet gives us 50 HP. Not bad, not great, but it's something. That's what matters.
Let us try out.
Quite a bit of damage there. At this point, we are probably a little bit best off to just keep attacking, I think. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to going to Raging Beast on Frederica.
Delightful.
Very weird series of phrases.
Shall prevail.
And then we'll heal up Frederica. Generally speaking, you can pretty much use 1 TP moves all the time.
Let me show you what I've
It does restore fairly quickly. It's just when we get to 2 TP things like Scorch that it starts getting a little bit difficult. in terms of management. And I think I want to prevent being doubled.
My turn. This one'll hurt.
I say, as immediately Serenoa is put into a position where he will be surrounded.
Carefully.
But that actually kind of works to advantage. Thanks.
My stratagem is
Thanks,
superior.
Travis.
To lead.
Now we level up, and we start gaining a little bit less experience because we've leveled up. Again, that's to do with the recommended level. Further behind you are on the recommended level, the slower your experience, or the more experience you gain. Further ahead, the less experience you gain. Flaming arrow, 30 damage.
This isn't good.
Bit painful, but I think we'll be fine if Gila just heals herself up. I probably should have put her right next to Trish,
Allow me.
but oh well. And let's not do that. That's a bad idea.
For a better world.
17 XP for Frederica. Travis is gonna move ahead, and well, didn't really matter in the end.
Defeat is not an option.
Let's, I guess. Yeah, sure.
May I?
Let us pry
May as
out
well
their
take advantage of that. I usually prefer taking out Travis first, because I mean, he takes
Ready for battle.
a little bit more damage, and he does a little bit more damage, and I think that's Frederica down, which is
Cool
a
heads shall
shame.
prevail.
Let's go and heal up Serenoa.
My thanks.
Unfortunately, he's going to keep positioning himself in a way where we can't double him.
I'll make this quick.
Let's see if we can delay him further. Probably not. No, not really.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
You've left yourself open.
Let's do like so.
Adam. Take that.
And Trish going after Gila. Okay.
Let me heal your wounds.
Interesting strategy.
Allow me.
Want to keep Serenoa alive because he can do a little bit more damage.
My thanks.
Oh, a lot more damage than Gila
My
can.
growth
Gila
is plenty.
very much not good at fighting.
Defeat is not an option.
My stratagem is superior.
And just slowly keep chipping away at Travis.
Damn.
Let us pry out.
And I don't know if Serenoa would be able to reach, so I'll just be safe.
Ready
Keep
for
doing
battle.
that. Trish is going to probably keep attacking Gila. Yeah.
Oh no.
Gila will heal herself
We
this
mustn't
turn.
lose heart.
And literally this turn, actually.
Be at ease.
Quite conveniently for me. But yeah, especially these initial battles are very slow. Things will very much pick up later on in the game.
Superior.
It's just, well, to start off, we don't really have much we can do. We're not doing much damage.
Let us pry out.
We're very limited in our options.
You've left yourself open.
Very, very limited in our options.
Ready for battle. Perfect opportunity.
And Flaming Arrow on Gila, 32 damage. That's
We mustn't lose heart.
not great to hear,
Allow me.
but we can work with it. Gila's just gonna keep healing herself up. Always a good idea.
Strike.
And really, survive with 1 HP.
I struck through.
Oh well, at least we prevented him from moving again. And I'm just gonna move over here. We're going to heal up Serenoa, because he, again, is our best damage dealer. The blonde blue-eyed man is a little bit better damage dealing, I think.
You are overconfident.
Maybe not. I don't actually know.
Damn it all! This can't be!
When a boss dies, they will drop exquisite spoils. Most spoils you have to pick up by yourself. Exquisite spoils are always picked up.
Defeat
It's
is
just how
not
they
an
work. And we could potentially completely surround her, give her no escape.
There is no
Which, of
mercy
course,
on the
for an
battlefield.
archer, is good. Although, she might be able to jump down there. That's another thing. Height is a pretty important factor in this. Obviously, we do have the
That seems to work.
height advantage on attacks there, but... And it does look like she can't escape to the water below.
Follow my lead. just as I planned.
You won't beat me!
Yeah.
Take that!
Forward!
Really was hoping that she could escape, but she can. And, again, height is a big thing. Since this is 3 tiles difference, we can't really do anything against Trish from that position. Well, from behind, at least. And that's why she probably positioned herself
try
behind.
my level best.
Again, same deal there. Let's just heal up, not heal up Serenoa, buff up Serenoa.
Our victory is assured.
A little bit extra
They're
in
good.
the terms of offense. And Gila, just heal herself up. Nice 30 HP, not bad.
What a mess! Ugh.
For the honor of House Wolford.
And you're just gonna keep moving along,
Here!
keep being a nuisance.
My
And we
skills
learn
are
Pursuit
sharper.
Stance. That is
I
actually
shall
a
try my
passive
level
skill.
best.
Pursuit Stance increases the accuracy and damage dealt by follow-up attacks. Follow-up attacks do a little bit less damage than a normal attack would, but Serenoa's a little bit better at them.
Nothing left.
You'll rue this day, you bastards!
I see the threads of battle.
Benedict learns Bulwark. This is a defense buff. And we get victory. At the end of battle, we will see, well, what our rewards are. Coin, pretty obvious, that's money. Spoils, those are what items you receive. And kudos. Kudos are, they're another type of currency that are much less used and much more rare to get. By doing different tactical things, you will get kudos. We'll be able to spend them eventually.
Wait, I know that face! That's the Wolfort Lordling!
What's that you say?
Wolfort? It can't be.
What are they doing here so damn soon?
This ain't what we planned for. Let's get out of here.
We're a bunch of no-good thieves. At least they know when they're in over their heads.
I would have preferred to apprehend them and see them atone for their crimes, but so be it.
Your bride-to-be is safe. Isn't that what matters?
My bride-to-be.
My sincerest apologies. I had no idea we were being trailed by bandits. But where are my manners? I am Frederica of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I have come to fulfill our agreement. I am honored to join you in marriage and to call House Wolfort my new home.
The honor and pleasure is mine, Lady Frederica. Pray forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
To think you'd fight at each other's side in battle before exchanging your vows. Though, I dare say that it bodes well for Wolford that its new lord and lady make such a fine team.
Your Highness! Here you are. Why, the entire Kingsguard has been scouring the land for you.
Did you sneak out of the castle again, Roland?
When I heard my best friend's betrothed was arriving in Glenbrook, I simply couldn't miss the occasion.
While we appreciate the sentiment, perhaps you should have said something to the king.
I'm the least of my dear father's concerns. Though I suspect Huette will think otherwise. I suppose I'd best be on my way back. Rest easy, my fair Lady Frederica. You are in good hands here. I look forward to celebrating your union. Till we meet again.
His ring bore the insignia of Glenbrook's royal family. Could that have been...
Prince Roland, King Regna's younger son.
So a lord and a prince drove off a band of brigands by their own hand. What a fascinating nation we've come to, Frederica.
This is Sheila, my tutor and attendant.
Famed is the martial prowess of the Wolforts. It was an honor to be able to witness it firsthand.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Serenoa of House Wolfort. And this is Benedict, trusted steward of my family.
It is my honor to serve Lord Serenoa in any and all matters.
On behalf of House Wolfort, I welcome you to our domain.
You may think this is an odd question, my lord, but I ask it nonetheless. What does the color of my hair mean to you?
If it is not too forward of me to say so, I find it most beautiful.
Thank you, my lord. But you need not flatter me.
I said only what I mean. I have always been fond of roses, and your hair is as beautiful as any of them.
I adore them too.
Then it would seem we have something in common.
Lady Frederica, everyone awaits. Allow us to escort you back to Castle Wolfort.
Thank you, Benedict. It would be my honor.
Serenoa of Glenbrook's House Wolfort and Frederica of Esfrost will unite in marriage to strengthen the ties between their two nations. In doing so, the newfound allies hope to hold their own in the face of Hyzant's salt monopoly, which continues even now, decades after the war. Who could have known that this was but a prelude to an uprising that would engulf all of Norzelia in the flames of war?
And, well, we'll get into the encampments later. We also have some side stories, but that'll be stuff for next time, because we're already at 40 minutes. But until then, see you guys later.